All right, can you hear me now? All right. Damn. All right, how's it going, everyone? Man, it's been a pretty exhausting last few weeks with iGal 4 taking up a lot of my time, trying to put in the effort to finish out strong, and then doing everything with TPW at the same time. And then my family getting sick. Oh man, my kids have been really sick the last few days, and my wife and I have been starting to get it too. So it's been a pretty exhausting few weeks, but iGal 4 is finally done, and TPW is finally here. So I'm pretty excited to finally kick this off and relax a little bit. So it should be a lot of fun. How's everyone doing? Anyone have any fun flights this weekend? All right. So, um, yeah, so let's kick this off. So, just finished making this preseason event one video, and it's about 9 minutes long. I show a couple examples. It's a little bit longer than I initially anticipated because we have added an indoor Trictionary and calculator and leaderboard to go along with it. So big shout out to Jal and Sammy, or FPV Sammy, for helping out with that. Their contributions have made a huge improvement on the overall quality of TPW. And because of their help, having this indoor Trictionary is going to make things so much more fun and enjoyable now that we're going to have indoor obstacles and stuff to mess with. So without further ado, let's check out the premiere. Hey guys, Tyrantt here. Welcome to Tyrantt's Pro Whooper preseason event number 1. Before I dive into the details of the event and some of the changes I made over the last few days, I want to give a big shout out to Hey, what's up, Dingles?
Beta FPV has played an integral part in my FPV career. They sponsored me back in iGal 3 and have continued to support me and keep me up in the air throughout the entirety of iGal 4. Without their help and support, there's no way I would have been able to compete in iGal 4, let alone have the opportunity to win. So big thank you and shout out for all that support, Beta. Beta FPV has also sent out a couple of 12 amp flight controllers to give out to the winners of both preseason's events number 1 and 2. So make sure to submit your best video, because if you can land a spot in the top 10, you have a chance at winning one of these flight controllers. Also, throughout iGal 4, one of my favorite builds to fly was the equivalent of a Meteor75 Pro. So if you want to fly a drone that's very similar to what I fly, check out the Meteor75 Pro link down in the description below. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm cold right now, and I can only imagine how cold it is outside. I would imagine a lot of you guys are in a similar situation, and flying outside is just not doable right now with the weather. So over the last few days, I've been working on creating an indoor Trictionary to give people the option to fly outdoors or indoors if they would rather choose. I've also received the help from JAL FPV and FPV Sammy, who've helped create an indoor calculator and indoor leaderboard to go along with it. So big shout out to them for their help. So if you choose to fly indoors, please note that there is a max time limit of 60 seconds. You may notice that it's a little bit shorter than the outdoor time limit, but that's primarily because it's kind of difficult to fly indoors without crashing a bunch. So to help balance things out, we've also increased all the scores of all the tricks for flying indoors throughout the various obstacles.
We can fly later.
Some of these obstacles may include over and under, so anything that you can fly over and then back under again. Single gates, which can be made of anything as long as the sides aren't longer than 28 inches. A cube, where the sides aren't longer than 28 inches. And also a triple gate stack, which is pretty much 3 single gates stacked on top of each other, with all sides being, you guessed it, no more than 28 inches on all sides. There's no, I'm sorry, there's no map of the week because you're flying indoors. I'm not going to make you go fly in various rooms like the kitchen or living room or garage. Instead, we are going to make the tricks of the week based around a single obstacle. So for the event number one, preseason event number one, excuse me, the beginner trick of the week is going to be a 360 yaw spin through a single gate. The intermediate trick of the week is going to be a 540 split S around a single gate. And the advanced trick of the week is going to be a Matty 360, also known as a Helter Skelter, through a single gate. For the quad objectives, you are going to be flying through a chair, wall tap a door, perch up on something high, something small, like no more than like 8 inches wide. So, you know, you could do a long shelf. It just needs to be no more than 8 inches on one side. And flip in front of a TV. Again, the tricks of the week and quad are completely optional. You don't have to do any of them if you don't want to. But if you want to score some big points, I highly recommend it.
Man, Mo's got the Christmas decorations up already. And he ain't playing around. I wonder if he says Mo, Merry Christmas.
Hi.
That was a nice little wall tap on the door. And immediately threw a chair. Oh, the doggy almost got him.
Yeah.
You see that? The doggy almost bit the drone. Ooh, that was close. And he's got that big quad bonus right there.
But if you'd rather fly outdoors, you have that option as well, especially if you're one of the lucky few that still has nice weather right now. The map of the week for outdoors is going to be your yard. It could be your front yard or backyard, whichever floats your boat. Regardless of which one you fly, you get a 10% bonus to your overall score. So I definitely recommend hitting up that yard if you can. The tricks of the week are going to be a flip for the beginner.
Hey, what's up,
The
Mo?
intermediate trick of the week
Just
is
missed
going
your
to be a
video.
half Matty, while the advanced is going to be a Barani. The quad objectives are going to be to fly under a car, perch on something at least 15 feet high, like a roof, fly through a gap, and power loop a tree. And once again, you don't have to do any of these if you don't want to. They're entirely optional.
I love the little glitch intros.
I'm gonna make my favorite thing.
Hell yeah.
That's like he's like flying outside.
Yeah, he's flying in front of his house.
Whoa, he like did a backflip with his drone. Okay.
Pole is going on. There's a pole going on. pretty respectable score right there.
The deadline for the preseason event number 1 will be on December 2nd at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Immediately following that will be the review live stream, where we will review all of the event submissions within a 4-hour period. The following weekend, probably on a Saturday, will be the Tyrantt's Pro Whooper Show. This show is where we will review the top 10 highest scoring event submissions, and we will also do live judging to determine who the winner of the preseason event number 1 will be.
Thank you.
So that about wraps it up. I hope you guys have fun, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or to the Tyrantt's Whoop Lounge Discord server. I look forward to seeing all of you guys' freestyle rips, so have fun.
Hey, what's up, Ogre?
Happy whooping. Tyrantt out.
Awesome. So...
Pokemon.
Yes, we are a Pokemon. All right, so yeah, hopefully you guys are as excited as I am. So yeah, I was telling you guys about the indoor Trictionary, so let me give you a quick preview of it. Let's see, we got the outdoor one here, but we also got the indoor one, which is a tab right next to it. Oh, and another thing to note is that each time we have a new event, you're going to have to re-download the calculator, because we're going to be making updates to the quad, the tricks of the week, the maps of the week, and you're not going to have it unless you make a new copy each time. Stop it. So yeah, so with the indoor, you could see that we have the objectives right here, fly through the quad. So, you know, as Mo did, he flew through the chair. So you can either scroll to the very bottom, or here you could type the letter K. Oops, delete that. K dot. And then when you select it, you can see up here that it's now complete for flying through a chair. Same thing with the rest of the letters, WAD. And then, you know, with the tricks of the week, we could type yaw spin, single gate right here. It's going to be easier to type in the tricks that you want to do. Primarily because if you try scrolling, you're going to have to look for it. But if you type like yaw spin, everything is going to pop up right here. So here we hit single gate. You can see that we got that credit for the trick of the week. You know, raw points is 100, whereas our net points is 210. It's 210 because we got the 100 from the raw points with the additional bonus as well. Yes, the indoor tricks are scored higher than the outdoor ones. Because it's far more difficult to fly indoors, we are giving that opportunity to get bigger points for being able to accomplish these tricks like power loops indoors, where there's a lot more risk involved. So for example, here we're going to type power loop, and we'll do it on a triple gate stack as an example. Actually, let's fail these right here. So you can see that the power loop triple gate stack is worth 325 points. Now, if we come over to the outdoor calculator and type power loop, you can see that it's only worth 200 points. So you're getting a lot more points for flying indoors, which is a pretty good incentive. As of right now, like I said, we're doing 60 seconds for indoor, but after seeing Mo's video example and how he could barely fit everything into one, we're definitely going to be playing things by ear and making some changes, especially during preseason. So if we, you know, after this first event, if everything looks good as far as 60 seconds, we'll keep it 60 seconds. But if, you know, there's a lot of complaints that there's just not enough time and the scores are kind of reflecting it as well, then we might bump it up a little bit. The idea is I want to keep everything the same. Like, I want to keep indoor and outdoor. The idea behind it is I don't want people who want to compete to win to only fly indoors because that's where the big points are. Because for me personally, I hate being stuck indoors. So I would, you know, especially during IGAL, I'd love the option to fly outside, but when you got all those precision moves, you can't really do it. So the idea is to try to make a balance so that, you know, people who want to compete and win can have fun and go fly outside of various locations, like, you know, a train station, a park, a parking lot, a playground, wherever. So there's definitely going to be some tweaking going on, but the idea at the end of the day is to make things as balanced as possible. So it's more fun for everyone. But yeah, so, back to the indoor. You can't really set the map. It doesn't really matter. It's grayed out here because there is no map of the week. The original idea I had was to make an obstacle of the week, but unfortunately the way that we built the calculator, it's going to be a little difficult to implement that. So what we're doing instead is, for the tricks of the week, we're just going to make all of them the same obstacle to hopefully encourage people to use that obstacle. Because, doing a 540 split S for double points, for those who are able to pull it off, a single gate. I mean, you can see, boom, that's a big 787 points right there. That's a lot of points. At least for me, it would encourage me to use a single gate to get those big points to get, to the top of the leaderboard, to hopefully get in the top 10 and help or have a better chance at winning the week. So after the 2 weeks is up, we're going to review the top 10 scores just to make sure that everything looks right. And then the following weekend, we're going to do the the Pro Whooper show. And we're going to take the top 10 videos and we are going to review them all live on live stream. And we're going to judge them at the same time. If you guys haven't seen my video already on how the judging process works, essentially we're going to have 6 categories that are going to be judged. 3 of them are going to be subjective. The other 3 are going to be objective. The idea behind this is, at least from my experience, I really don't like feeling like I deserved or didn't deserve to have a top video. And the only reason I got it or didn't get it was because it was kind of a subjective choice. So having some objectivity to it helps make things a little bit more balanced. But we have to add some subjectivity to it, or just to make things a little bit more interesting. Otherwise, I mean, there's no show, and we're already going to know the winner before the show starts. So the criteria off the top of my head is, for the objective, we're going to list everybody in order for the highest to lowest combo, and then we're going to give points based on that. Same thing with the combo, highest to lowest combo. And for quad. So if you collected all 4 letters of quad, you'll get 10 points. If you only collected 1, you might only get 2 points. And then for the subjective, me and 2 other judges are going to each give a score. It's going to be 20 points for what we think about your freestyle line, 20 points for your overall trick execution. Were you pretty clean, smooth, quick transitions versus, sloppy, a lot of crashes. And then 10 points for the overall edit. Did you just post raw footage, or did you actually, use some sound effects? Just make a pleasant watch video. So it's going to be 50% objective, 50% subjective. And then it's going to be an average of all 3 scores for the total score. And then, so once all 10 pilots have been scored, all pilots who are within 10 points of the highest scoring pilot are going to go to an audience vote. And so how that works is, we're going to give out 10% bonus points based on the audience's choices. So if you look over at the chat over here, it says, poll is going on for test. That was completely unintentional. It didn't mean for that to pop up. But that was actually us testing the poll function. So essentially how it's going to work is, so anyone within 10 points, or, for 10%, gets to go to an audience vote. And, if, let's say, the highest voted person had 6.9%, or I'm sorry, 69% of all the votes, they would get 6.9 points added to their overall score. So in other words, it gives someone who might be in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th place a chance to get bumped to 1st place and win the event. So Of course you would vote Jal. You know what? It might have worked. Hold on, let me go over here. Yeah, so everything's kind of wonky over here because I don't have it set up for the show right now. But yeah, as you can see over here, you know, Jal voted for himself by typing !vote Jal. And so in this case, let's say that it ended right now. Sammy had 60% of the votes, so he would have 6 points or 6% added to his overall score. And that could be enough to, you know, bump Jal and knock Jal down to second place, and then he, you know, takes the win for the week. But yeah, so, and then at the end of the show, we'll have the winner, and the winner gets the prize of the week from the sponsor of the week. As of right now, I've only talked to a few sponsors, but all of them seem to be really excited about this. BETAFPV is pretty excited. Gym Fan and apparently their sister company are pretty excited about joining up. Fractal seemed pretty interested, and those are just a few people that I reached out to. I'm going to reach out to a whole bunch of people after we kick this off. So I think we should be able to have some nice prizes. I mean, we're not going to have a massive pool like iGal. We're not going to have that level yet. But I'm hoping we can get a few $1,000s for a prize pool to put towards, you know, the champion prize, the grand participation prize, top 10, and then all the live stream giveaways to go along with it. So yeah, anybody have any questions? I've kind of been talking for a while. Yeah, I need some background music. I wonder if I should add that to my thing. All right, can you guys still hear me all right? Hey, what's up, Callisto? How's it going, my man? Glad to see you here. Is the Tyrantt Trictionary the calculator? So, our Trictionary, let me go back to it here. As of right now, it's currently a spreadsheet. Well, why did my computer do that? Oh, hold on. Put that over. Oh, shit. No, let me put that back over here. Sorry. Why? Where's it set up? Oh, okay, I had it on the wrong one. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we have a spreadsheet. It's located right now in the Discord and the official rules section. We're actually working on a website right now with Blasta. Let me show you guys. It's far from being ready right now, but we're working on getting it up and running soon. Come on. There we go. ProWhooper.com. Here you can find the registration button, and it's pretty bare bones as of right now. But I'm gonna get this fixed up here in the next week or two, and make it visually appealing. And then from here, we're also going to be adding our new and improved leaderboard system, which hopefully it's all right with you, Jal and Sammy. I think I'll give a quick demonstration here. So let me pull up Convo here. Oh man, am I ever gonna find it? I don't think I'm gonna find it. Yeah, okay. I'll have to show it next time. I can't find the link for it. Yes, please. If you haven't registered yet, please register on ProWhooper.com. It's one of the only working things on the website right now. Click it. It'll take you over here. You can register whenever. There's no deadline to register. The whole idea is if you want to win prizes, whether it's cash giveaways, physical prizes, I need to know your mailing address and your PayPal. I can promise I have no interest in doing anything beyond that with your information. But yeah, so pilot name, your name, which country you're from, state. These are just kind of fun little statistics to know where everyone's from. Try to put together like a little infograph. How you heard about TPW. As of right now, it's probably only a couple options. I'm going to create a video here and hopefully the next week for sharing a video around on Instagram and Facebook and try to get the word out a little more. Would like to know your pilot skill level. Surprisingly, not a single person has put master yet, but I know there's a few of you who signed up who should have put master. It seems like a nice split between casual and both for being competitive. And it seemed like most people were interested as of so far for participating all the time or in most events. It's pretty split between 75 and 65 millimeters, and yeah. Yeah, and then if you want to collect your prizes, we need a PayPal address, mailing address, and last but not least, this shit's expensive. Hosting websites, the application for our new calculator and leaderboard system, getting music that it's copyright free. There's a lot of expenses, and that's not even covering the shipping costs that I'm gonna be incurring. And yeah, so please consider supporting us on Patreon. It will do wonders for helping me out, and hopefully in upgrading my my live stream gear as well, so that you guys can have a better viewing experience. No pressure, but it would definitely be appreciated. What's up, baby?
I have a present for you.
What's your
Let's
present?
first.
Okay, my daughter has a present. Let's see this hand. Ooh, I like it. So apparently I got a little snowman here, keychain. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sweet. Oh, you just sent the link for the leaderboard. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, here we go. So let's check this out. It's kind of cool. So we're still doing some finishing touches on it, but essentially, so we have a leaderboard, player history, score sheets, Trictionary, and the combo builder. So with the leaderboard, we have the current event, which is going to be the most recent one. Everything you see right here is just all test data. Oh, let me fix this. Yeah, everything you see here is all test data. We're going to start getting rid of it once we start getting some real entries in. So what's cool about this is, once everybody submits, you can click this little icon here and organize by the max combo to see who has the biggest combo from the current event. Same thing with the max streak. Max streak meaning how many tricks you do in a row without bumping or crashing into anything. You can also filter by the total score, see who has the biggest score, and who also has the biggest trick score. Okay, I'm a little confused about this one. And then also the trick of the week count. We can see here, like, FPV Meteor75 did 4 tricks of the week, and the highest point. So FPV Meteor75 did a trick that had a whopping 2,184 points. So he must have had a big combo and did a big trick at the same time. Oh, okay. So the trick score is just raw points. Gotcha. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was highest point trick, and I was like, wait, this isn't making sense. So then we have the rolling 5. So the idea behind the rolling 5 leaderboard is for those who kind of join into the competition late, because you can join at any time without any sort of punitive measures. So for those who join in late and, they're kind of at the bottom of the leaderboards, the rolling 5 just lets people, kind of see where they're at among everybody else based on the previous 5. So once they complete 5 challenges, then they're going to be able to kind of get a better idea of how they stand against everyone else. And then finally, we have the lifetime one. This is going to be a accumulation of all events that you do between all seasons. It's just kind of a fun little leaderboard to kind of show how far you've come along, to show what the biggest streak you've ever got was, the biggest combo you've ever got. Just a fun little kind of statistical thing. And then also we have player history. It's showing all the previous events that you've done, event 1 down to event 7. Just kind of an easy way to kind of look back on some of your previous stuff. If you scroll down, you could see a little graph that kind of shows all the tricks that you do and which ones you like to do the most. So, I mean, here we're looking at FPV Sammy 8, and we can see that he loves to do flips, power loops, and wall taps just from a glance. And these are all the tricks that he's done. So everything he hasn't done, which is called a bucket list at the very bottom. So the bucket list shows all the tricks that he's never done. So hopefully the idea behind this is for people to see and encourage them to try new tricks. So, you know, if you want to do something new, you know, you just scroll down to the bottom. It's like, oh, here's a ton of stuff that I haven't done before. Let me pick a couple of these and put them in my next video. And then of these tricks up here that he's done, we can see for his power loops, 50% of them resulted in ground taps, whereas 50% of the power loops were clean. For his half matties, 100% of them were sloppy, and his segment rolls, 100% of them involved a bump. So that just kind of shows, you know, well, he's done a lot of segment rolls, but they're not that great. So it kind of gives him a better idea of knowing what to improve upon. And then at the very top as well for FPV Sammy 8, we have little statistics up here. He has a participation rate of 86%. The highest combo he's ever achieved was 3. His longest streak is 7, and he's submitted 6 submissions altogether. And Fly On Me, yes, this is all completely automatic. So what happens is when you submit your player form, I don't even know if I have one up right now. When you submit your form, when you submit your video for the week, we're also going to have you upload your Google Sheet that you used to score your run with. And essentially, we're automatically taking all that data and automatically putting it into this website. I don't know how long it takes. Jal can probably spread some or shed some light on that, but it's probably very quick. If not, then we probably have to update it, like, I don't know, every few days, once a week. But yeah, so everything's completely automated, so it's pretty exciting. And then for the score sheets, so like FPV Sammy, this is kind of more detailed about the events. So, you know, let's say that event number 4 was one of his best events. We can click on it, and we could see his entire run from start to finish. So he started off his run by doing a W. He did it cleanly, followed by a flip, and then a power loop with the ground tap. He did combo it, but unfortunately, you know, the combo is going to kind of kill that multiplier. So this kind of shows, you know, the written stats of everything that a player has done on every given event. Will be after the submission deadline. Okay, so yeah, we'll upload it like at least once every couple weeks. So then if we move along to the Trictionary, we can see pretty much all the tricks that we've uploaded, and we can actually filter them by indoor and outdoor. So we can click indoor here, we can see all the single gates. We can filter by the difficulty of the tricks: beginner, novice, intermediate, advanced, and master. So master, we could see that, you know, Barani's, Mavics loop, trippy spins, trippy switch, double rolling trippy spin. These are going to be all the master tricks that you can do for indoors. We can also filter by the obstacles, so you know we could check out the triple gate stack, and then we could see all the tricks that we can do and how many points they're worth. When you scroll down, just know, you know, there's little tabs at the bottom here, set, you know, page 2, page 3, page 4, and same with outdoor, so we can click the outdoor list and kind of see everything here. And then you can also filter by the specific categories, and this is for outdoor only. So, you know, I can do power loops and I can see all the power loop type moves. And then finally, we're still working on this one, but this one's pretty cool, a combo builder. So for those of you who don't really understand how combos work, definitely take a look at the YouTube for it. So, you know, so look at the description of the challenge video. I'm gonna have third one down, learn how to play, click that, and then it's gonna be under multipliers. So I'm not gonna force you guys to watch it, but I give a quick breakdown
110%.
Let me mute that. A quick breakdown of how combos work, and then I also give little video examples of what combos look like. So here, you know, I do a 360 yaw spin followed by a power loop immediately into an orbit, and then I finish off with a juicy flick right here. So the idea with combos is that every trick immediately flows from one to the next. And the way to really tell if it's a combo or not is by, like, when you're editing your video and you're trying to figure out where one trick ends and the next one starts, and it's really hard to tell because it's like as soon as, you know, you're coming back from a power loop and then you immediately juicy flick, like there's no time delay between those two tricks. Like that is what a combo should look like. So, you know, let's say that you finish a power loop and then you kind of fly around the side, and then you do a juicy flip or a half matty under a tree next to you. Because of that flying around, there's a clear distinction between when one trick ends and the next trick begins because of how long it takes to fly between obstacles. So in that case, you know, flying from one tree to the next would break the combo. The idea of a combo is everything is back to back to back to back to back in a non-stop motion. So in order to do that, we come back over here, and this is kind of a great way to, like, a little brain game to kind of get a better idea of how to do it. So let's say that we're flying under a tree, and the first thing I do is I want to do a is there a half matty here? A half matty. So, you know, I go up, I do a half matty under the tree. Now it's putting me in a position where I can go up and above the tree. So then my options are right here. So, you know, I decide I want to do a matty flip next. So I do a matty flip over the tree, I come back, and I'm still kind of in a backwards motion under the tree. So then my options are going to be, once again, the same one. So here I'm going to do a split S. And then I do the split S over, and then coming back through, I'm going to do a... did I select? Oh shit, I'm on indoor. Oh, this is just for indoor for right now. Okay. But yeah, so the idea is, you know, you can go back over and then you do a split back. Then as you come, you can do a 180 transition at the bottom and then pop up for a half matty, come back down. Everything's back to back to back to back. And this combo builder is designed to help kind of teach you how to do it and like what tricks are available to you from one to the next. We're still working on the combo builder. It's still a work in progress, so bear with us. It's just a beta for now, but it should kind of give you a good idea of how to do everything. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, it actually lists all of your selections for you and tells you the points of each of the tricks, you know, what your streak bonus would be if you did them back to back, what your combo bonus would be, and, you know, all the points that you would get. And then it would give you a total combo points here. So it's really cool. It's a fun little way to practice learning how to chain things together. But yeah, so FPV Sammy and Jaw put a ton of work into this. For my understanding, they put something around like 1,500 to 2,000 lines of code. They've done a ridiculous amount of work on helping me get this project up and running. So massive shout out to them. Another massive shout out to Ogre FPV for all of the logos and designs that he's done. That starting screen that we have as well. They've all been a great help. And, you know, lately I've also been getting help from Blasta as well with the website. ProWhooper.com. Kind of takes a little bit to load. I think I need to figure out how to speed that up. So we're... Oh. Did he add the Trictionary yet? Not yet. Okay. So we're also going to be adding a visual Trictionary to the website. I don't know if the calculator would work here or not, but at least the Trictionary should. And we're going to also be adding a bunch of other stuff too. So we'll have links to everything. So we'll have links to take you to that other website for the Trictionary. We'll have links to the calculator, to build list, to recommended parts, to our team pilots, to our sponsors. It's going to be, I'm going to try to make something of this website. It should be fun. But yeah, so as of right now, the main use for it is to click register here. So if you haven't registered, please register. It helps me with sponsors and showing them how many people are interested, and it helps me encourage them to buy into the bigger sponsor packages. So the bigger the sponsor packages we get, the better and more prizes you guys get. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours. So man, we covered a lot. I wasn't anticipating that. What other questions do you guys got? I haven't even read through the comments. Let's see. Thing looks awesome. More freedom compared to iGao, which is why it's freestyle. Yes, it's all about freestyle, my friend. Well, Beans, if you're still here, you might have missed it, but I've created an indoor Trictionary. So you don't have to worry about freestyling outdoors. If you want to freestyle indoors, you now have the option as well. Thank you for registering, Bush Cook. So FPV Dev. Yes, so it needs to be a one clip rip. So you need to do a single 60-second run indoors or 90-second run outdoors. You can't fly for 30 seconds, end a clip, start another clip. It needs to be one solid freestyle run, start to finish, no cuts. The only edits that are allowed is, you know, adding fun pictures, music, whatever you want to make it fun. But the video itself must be a single clip, start to finish. Let's see. Tricks, morning, so I'm here and you're taking it all in. You guys are killing it. Calculator looks great. Yes, so as you guys saw, Bush, it's live now. Actually, well, it's not officially live. Let's make it live now. So here, boom, visibility, public, and save. Okay, now preseason event number 1 is officially live. All right, so shit. Well, if no one else has any questions, I think that kind of wraps it up. This went a lot longer than I thought. I kind of ramble for a while. And yeah, as Jal says, you guys are going to need to update your calculator every event. The reason for this is with every event we are going to we're going to change the quad objectives. We're going to change the tricks of the week. So if you have your own copy will not get updated. So because of that, you're going to have to you're going to have to make a new copy of our spreadsheet every single week for the calculator. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Beans. I appreciate it. Yeah, and definitely, yeah. Make sure to even just use a latest. So, you know, it's a good idea to have an updated calculator to start with. But before you submit your video, make sure to make a copy of the calculator right before you're about to grade it. And that way you have the most up-to-date version of the calculator. Yes, let's get you a link to the website. I wonder if I need to use the HTTPS.
I almost done.
I'm getting close to being done, baby. Hell yeah, Todd. Hopefully this helps you with... Oh, I can link. Cool. Yeah, hopefully this helps you learn a few things and put some of these tricks to good use. Uh-oh, about to sneeze. Oh, got that dad sneeze going. Oh, man. Anybody have anything fun going on this weekend? Anyone flying other than for TPW? Yeah, and like I said, and yeah, you guys have 2 weeks to submit your videos. So there's no rush at all. I mean, rush enough to get it done within 2 weeks. So, you know, if you guys want to fly this weekend, great. If you're busy this weekend and next weekend, then you got the week after that to work on it. But the deadline is due before the live stream. So that's going to be in 2 Saturdays from now on December 2nd. Hey, what's up, Peach? Well, fortunately, Peach, I don't know how long you've been here, but we have an indoor Trictionary and calculator now. So you don't have to worry about flying outdoors now. Let me show you, Peach, since you're here. Yeah, so we got the oh wait, that's outdoor. We got our indoor calculator here with single gate, over under, open air, triple gate stack, and cubes. Yes, I highly recommend flying indoors in general. Seriously, guys. When I first started iGao 3, I was asking Heads from Infinity Loops for advice, and he was telling me, he's like, if you want to get a good start on the season, practice indoors. Fly indoors as much as you can. And that was the best advice that I could have ever taken from him, because it's true. Because I know, as an American here, we love our guns, and I was in the military, and one thing they taught us in the military is when you're shooting a gun, if you aim small, you miss small. If you aim big, you miss big. So if you're aiming at a very big target, but not anywhere within the target in general, you're just kind of pointing at that target, there's a good chance you're going to miss big. But if you're aiming at a little tiny target within that big target, chances are you're going to miss around it, but still hit that big target in general. So the idea with flying indoors is that if you can learn to control your throttle in proximity in a small area, when you fly outdoors, you're going to be missing small, because you're used to missing small while flying indoors. So, you know, you go to hit that gap in general, you know, you might have missed it normally, but after months of practicing indoors, that gap is nothing to you now, because you're so used to hitting these, you know, 20-inch gates that, boom, you know, you can easily go through that gap that you might have struggled with once before. Personally, I've never used Throttle Expo. I didn't even know that was actually an option until like 6 months ago. I don't know. I haven't really heard of people use. I know some people use Throttle Expo, but I don't see the point. I would rather use regular Expo than Throttle Expo. And that's just to kind of help smooth things out on the lower ends of the stick. So, you know, small little stick motions aren't causing jerky motions. You know, keep it smooth for, you know, rolls and yaws. But as far as throttle goes, I don't know. With like my level of freestyle, I need to hit it fast. When I need throttle, I need it right this second. So I can't really build up to it. Okay, so Jaw uses throttle control. Okay, so I guess some people are weird. I'm just kidding, Jaw. Yeah, I've personally never used it. But yeah, I highly recommend just fly indoors as much as you can, because it will make you a million times better of a pilot when you fly outdoors versus, you know, only flying outdoors. You know, aim big, miss big. You know, you aim big, you know, you miss big outside, but when you come out indoors, you know, oof, you're gonna struggle doing a power loop because you're so used to, you know, doing full throttle power loops over trees, but now you got to do this like little tiny one. But if you can master a tiny one and you go outdoors and you do a big one, it's nothing. It's so easy for you. Also, a very powerful whoop in a tiny place. I might flip and scale. I don't know. So like I have like the 65 here. I have 75. I have 75 Pros. The 75 Pros are definitely a lot more powerful. You can add some like maybe a motor limit, or you can add some expo on your throttle. But for me, I like to adjust. I like to adapt to the throttle. Because I feel like it kind of makes me a better pilot in general. Because if I can constantly adapt, and not even that, like I was playing with like different camera angles. So like here, you know, I have like a 25-degree angle, but I normally, actually this is more like 20. But in general, I fly closer to 30. So by mixing up the different powers as well as the different camera angles, I'm constantly learning how to adjust and adapt. And being able to adapt definitely makes you a better pilot in general, because it kind of helps you understand the stick motions and movements better when you switch between them, which kind of in turn makes your main drone and angle, it makes you appreciate it more and understand it a little bit more. Stupid furniture. Yeah, I definitely had that problem, Peach. One thing I did, let me pull up the video. I got so fed up with it. Let me tell you, when I get mad when I fly, it's not because I can't do a trick. It's because I get fucking stuck on furniture and it kills me. Oh, I hate it so much. I feel like it was this one. But I said, fuck this. I'm just going to clean my garage instead. Yeah. So here you can see my garage is nice and clean. But then we come over here. Ignore that crash. Look over here to the right. You can see all the shit on the side of my garage. And I just kept getting like stuck in there, and I'd have to like take my goggles off and like reach down in there to try to fish it out. So I just got really fed up with it, and I just threw sheets over everything. That way, if I at least hit it, it would just kind of like roll off, and then I would be able to turtle mode and fly away. Let's see if I can get a better view. Yeah, Sam, you see all that shit over there. And then once I went to this other obstacle right here, I couldn't do the trippy spins very well because I kept flying into all the junk on the side. So I said fuck it, and I wasted an entire day just reorganizing my entire garage so I could just make more space. But yeah, it's very frustrating to get stuck on furniture. I 100% feel your pain. If you can't move your furniture around and you kind of get stuck because, you know, there's a bunch of stuff piled and it's just easy to get stuck in certain places, yeah, do what I did and toss a sheet over that stuff. That way when you hit it, it just kind of rolls down and you can just turtle mode out and go. Hey, one power loop is better than no power loops, and that one power loop fly on me shows that you are progressing. It's one power loop now, but the more you practice, the more you're going to get used to it. keep at it, dude. That's great progress. Yeah. Yeah, definitely clean the garage, man. And if you can clean the garage and claim it as a whoop space, I mean, dude, you see how clean my garage is right now? It didn't used to look like that. Before, it was just a regular old garage. We'd put, trash bag in there, would throw some cardboard, and next thing we know, it's just a fucking disaster in there. And we're doing like dump runs every couple months, and it was bad. But after IGAL 3 finals, where someone was making obstacles that were way too big to fit in a living room, it pretty much forced me to clean my garage. So I wasted half a week just completely cleaning my garage to make this space. And my wife loves it. She doesn't like the fact that she can't park in there anymore, but what she loves is that it's always clean. And I'm encouraged to keep cleaning it because it's my flying space, so I kind of have to. But yeah, keep at it, guys. Fly indoors as much as you can. The harder something is, generally, the more rewarding it's going to be once you master it. And flying indoors is one of those things that will 100% make you better. That's the best advice I can give you, seriously. Don't take the easy way out and fly outside because it's easy. Master indoors, because it'll make flying outdoors a million times better. I can promise you that. Oh, man. And I love to ramble, don't I? We're having a good time here. I'm sure my daughter is bored by now. What are you doing, Emma? What are you playing? Oh, it looks fun. Making a cake. Oh, man. So, yeah. Let's see. Thanks for the motivation. I mean, don't get me wrong, Peach. It is fun. I mean, the whole idea is to have fun, and not having fun isn't very fun. And, so flying indoors and crashing a lot and having to get up to go recover your drone because it got stuck behind the couch, it's not fun. But damn, it makes you a good pilot, though. I can tell you that. Man, who else we got in here? I only see a couple people chatting here. And for those who are just joining, please make sure to go to prowhooper.com and click the register here now to participate in TPW. But all right, guys, I think I'm gonna have to call it now. Talked a lot today. If you guys are just now joining us, make sure to check out the rest of the live stream. I explain a lot about everything that's going on indoors, outdoors, how our live stream judging process goes. I go over our awesome leaderboard website that also shows all the player stats. We got a lot of great things cooking right now. I did post the official video, so make sure you go check it out. That's not it. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, make sure to go watch it if you haven't seen it already. And yeah, we got 2 weeks to do this this event, so hopefully you guys can find a little bit of time in the next 2 weeks. Your runs don't have to be perfect. You can even do it in a single battery if you want. Just do your best 60-second run if you're indoors, or best 90-second run if you're outdoors, and post it. Have some fun. It's all about flying how you want, when you want, where you want. So let's see. Oh, Mo, you're still here. Yeah, I can't wait to see all of you guys post your videos. And good luck, Ogre, on getting that whoop going. Let me know if you have any questions. And thank you, Peach. I am happy to do all of this. So, all right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Tyrantt out.